Hey everybody, it's my favorite time of the week when I say I'm going to record 2 or 3 Tetris 99 episodes and then actually record like 8 and then can't play Tetris again for another week because I got other stuff that needs to be done. Hold on, we're going to lower the volume. I have been playing a lot off camera, but you can see we got 88 wins there. I am a rational human being. Definitely, Tetris, it's not doing the same numbers it used to. By the way, we're on the elegant theme now because I'm an elegant and fancy boy. You already know I'm in the top 10 with L pieces or square blockos. I still want to get that goal of 100 wins. We need 12 in the next 2 weeks. Well, actually 4 weeks. It should be relatively simple. We'll probably hit 100, play Invictus, see if a win is plausible in Invictus, and I think it probably is after, enough time. And, then that might be the swan song. Oh man, I am out of practice. That might be the swan song for YouTube Ooh, haunted controller. The swan song for YouTube Tetris for a bit. It's just my hunch right now, okay? Now, cut me some slack. I am slow here. But it was daylight savings. You might be saying, the astute amongst you might be saying, what does it matter if it's daylight savings? Daylight savings was, fall back, not spring forward. If anything, you should just be more refreshed. Well, that may be true. Can you just relax for a freaking second here, dude? This is getting a little ridiculous. I'm not mad at the dude sending the lines. I'm mad at the dude that was piggybacking off of the lines being sent. This is okay. You go attackers. You get over. You cover the garbage hole, because that's just what you do. And then you start friggin' sending them. Oh, okay. That's, honestly, that song by the Cars? Just What I Needed? That was, the one from the Radio Shack ads. It might be Circuit City, I can't remember. Aren't they the same company? It's been a while since either of them existed. Put me back on KOs. I think that was just what I needed, I needed something to shake me out of my previous... What's the word I'm looking for? I was too slow and I needed to be shocked. Come on, that dude is basically dead. His points should belong to me. His badges should belong to me. His soul should belong to me. Etc, etc, etc. It should go without saying, by the way. I don't want this to seem like, oh, Tetris 99 is canceled. That's not the case. We got a lot of, we just got to bail out on this one. We got a lot of work yet to do in order to reach, oh, this is an issue. In order to reach my goals for Tetris 99. But yeah, we're probably, it's on the horizon is probably a fair way to describe it. But this is no joke. This game has had an appreciable impact, not just on, my channel, but on my life. What is that? That's not the right piece. Okay. Go randoms. It bled no aggression. Prepare yourself. This is where things can get a little spicy. Don't build in the garbage hole, but don't build it there either. That's not a good place for it. Send them. Everybody wants to rule the world, and everybody is just waiting for the ultimate proto-send. Oh, they're in a world of hurt. Took us a bit, mostly because I built on top of the garbage hole like a fool. But it is the first game of the day. So, you know, cut me just not a ton of slack, but the slightest bit of slack. Plus, I'm here to tell you, I know I've said it many times, the Tetris 99 community they've responded. I've perhaps said some things, oh, I'm the greatest Tetris 99 player in Earth's history, nobody could possibly stack lines as well as I can, etc., etc. It rankled people. It riled them up. It woke them up. And here we are in a new Tetris 99 reality, where the wins not coming as quickly. One attacker means we go KOs. I want the badges, please. I want them. Your badges, please give them to me. You're struggling. You're struggling, and I want the badges. Thank you. Okay, maybe just not a good place for that, but there was no good place for that. Please let me send you. It's getting hot. It's too hot. In all likelihood, yeah. Okay, that's fine. That was a tough game. I don't think we played very well for most of that. And above all else, we played very slowly. Very slowly indeed. The student amongst you might notice they got a new water bottle. Play your cards right. Become a mid-level YouTuber. You too could afford a new tumbler. Just kidding. We bought this in like 2016. I was moving a bunch of stuff yesterday. Brought my water bottle and left my water bottle in my car. Which is really disappointing because I had just poured that water and now it's going to go bad. It's going to get all moldy and stinky. I'm just kidding. It's water. Still would not recommend drinking standing water whenever possible, I suppose, but I'm mostly worried that the crappiness of my car might actually infect the water itself, and then, you know, if you're drinking inferior water, you're going to be an inferior Tetris player. Okay, little faster, feels good. Again, I worry sometimes about myself, to be honest, but also about, you know, the kids these days, etc., etc. We're just gonna start yeeting, I think, here. At least temporary, a little temporary yeet. Still not too much heat here. You know, if you're online a lot, you have to remember that, you know, in its own weird way, we have a greater, like, understanding now. Wait, let me rephrase, because this is going nowhere, but that's a very common problem in the world of, you know, trying to make commentary while playing Tetris 99. Back in the day, I think it was actually easier to have, like, healthy self-esteem about your skills in something, like, for example, Tetris. Because all you had to do to be impressed with yourself was be, like, the best person that you knew. Now that we live in this internet age, you know, I feel like I'm pretty decent at Tetris, or at least getting there. And I get complimented now and then. People say, NL, you're a really good Tetris player, and it feels good. But then I go on the, you know, the Tetris 99 subreddit, and I mean, like, I'm not salty about it, but there's threads like, hey, who's your favorite Tetris 99 content creator? And then, you know, see, this is why I shouldn't be salty, because it's a privilege just to be mentioned, but people they're like, man, I really like Northernlion. He's got a great personality. He talks more than any other content creator while they play this game, but at the same time, you do have to steel yourself for the fact that he's absolutely horrible. He's just a piece of garbage when it comes to playing the game of Tetris 99. And, you know, as long as you can get over the fact that he's functionally brain dead, you can have a good time watching him, as long as you just leave your own intelligence at the door. And, you know, because we live in the internet era, people think that that's complimentary. You know, I think, gotta remind yourself, you know? Because there's so much access to Look at this fool building one tile wide. What are you doing? Because there's so much access, not only is it not really about criticism, it's more about, you know, the fact that you have so much access to seeing, like, who the best person in the world is at something. Becomes a lot easier to find people who are maybe at a place right now where they're better than you. You gotta remind yourself, hey, you're just one individual, you know? Even if you're not the best in the world, that doesn't mean you're not the best in the world. It just means you're not the best in the world right now. Maybe you'll never be the best in the world. That's okay. Not that many people can be the best in the world. I think you should switch attackers, for sure. But I think you can content yourself, you know, somewhat with maybe not being the best in the world, but maybe the best in the region, the best in the tri-state area. It's never been a problem for me. That was a tough one. Because I've never had to contend with being the best in the world or something like that. That went badly. I feel like we just kind of got swamped there. But you know, there's I like quotes, even though a lot of idioms I take issue with, you know? You've heard me say it many times. Take care of the pennies, the pounds take care of themselves. Extremely stupid. You should, if you want to be financially, you know, intelligent, you should definitely take care of the pounds ahead of the pennies. I would worry more about, like, the major life decisions, you know, like, do you want to take on a huge mortgage payment versus are you drinking a Starbucks 2 times a week? Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, the quote I like, that's right. There's a great quote. It's called, "Comparison is the theft of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy." It's like, it's a lot of heat here for the early game. And I gotta say, I have been noticing this more and more. Did a big YouTuber make, you know, one of those Tetris 99 YouTubers who's not garbage, like me? Did they make a video about how, like, if you do, oh no! Early aggression strats are the new hotness. 4 tile wide, pretend you're bad strat, old and busted. New hotness. Lots of little lines sent over the course of myriad gameplay. Well, unfortunately, your strategy and my strategy definitely give me an advantage at the moment, I think. Maybe they were just... Don't take this the wrong way. Maybe they were just not that good, and they were just sending little baby lines by accident. Maybe they built themselves into a bad situation, you know? Perhaps I was hasty. Yeah, I believe in that expression, you know, comparison is the theft of joy. But it is also the bringer of joy, in some ways. You know, I think it's the thief of joy, I should say. If you compare yourself to people who are doing a lot better than you. You know, because especially YouTube and Twitch, it's a very interesting business in that regard, because you basically can kind of infer a lot of other people's success. You know, it's like readily apparent for one, just based in like numbers and stuff like that, but also, you know, you can kind of take a look at their views and be like, oh, really? This guy's making like $25 million a year, huh? That's crazy. You know, in other fields, in more traditional jobs, we might have just become a badge lord based on the fact that we got attacked there. In other more traditional jobs, I guess it depends on what part of the world you're in, but at least in, you know, Canada and America, there's like a little taboo when it comes to sharing your salary, which is mostly, I think, meant to remove a pressure on employers in order to pay you more, so I'm glad that that's kind of going away. But either way, you know, it's always easy to compare yourself with someone who's maybe doing, I don't even want to say better, but, you know, doing better numbers than you are, or, you know, they got more muscle than you do, or they got less fat than you do, or they, you know, you get the idea. They're a higher leaderboard position in your favorite game of all time. You know, that's okay. That's the second best place to put that one. You can get over it. This is a little scary, though. This is a very cursed setup. I don't think you have to build on top of the garbage hole there, but once you've placed it, you do. So my advice to you is instead, exclusively compare yourself to people that are doing worse. Wait, NL, that's... what do you think? I'm just joking, sorta. Okay. 4 KOs. It's not enough of a combo-driven send to reliably get a hit there, I think. I'm trying to build 2-tile wide, but I'll tell you, straight up, I'm not doing a very good job of it. No. This also will not do it. I don't know how to do it, dude. Put me on randoms. I've attracted too much attention. Put me on attackers and fight them. Let them fight. That's the garbage hole, brother. Please swap. Thank you. You will rue the day. You'll still rue the day. I see the line. Oh, baby. That's okay. Take it. Somebody's feeling the burn. Somebody's feeling the burn. Should not have handled it like this, but here we are. Just one person? Then get the heck out of here. 2 people, 1 person, get the heck out of here. If it has to be done, it has to be done. Whether or not it had to be done, we'll handle that in the post-mortem. Feels good, man. Okay. Good work. Good work, team. You got yourself a 1-tile wide you can be proud of. That was definitely not the right way to approach that, but here you are. 15th, 8 KO, 9 KOs. Take this. 2 attackers equals we're the badge lord equals do some damage to him. Please hammer. Do hurt him. Not sweating. The garbage hole. Too much. Too much. I gotta tell you, I don't want to undermine my own confidence. I do feel brain functioning a little slow right now. And by that, I mean slower than usual. Thank you. So I'm a little worried about this top 10. Help! Just bail on it? Oh, I don't know about that one, brother. Yo, just about 10 decisions in a row made badly. Not great. I gotta tell you, I mean, this is like, I'm in a bit of a Tetris hangover, to be honest. The backlog for Tetris is so high that, I like I've had to restrict myself from playing for like a week. So I'm not feeling too bad. I mean, we've had some seriously high KO games, but I'm just telling you. Sorry, the chair was a little broken. At my age, you know, it's my brain is like Rocky's body from Rocky Balboa. You know, the 4th most recent Rocky movie where he was comically old. But also, it's a very inspiring story. I'm not even being sarcastic here. It's a very inspiring story about, you know, what the heck do you do with your life when... I mean, I can't really relate, to be honest, but what the heck do you do with your life when your whole, you know, the reason everybody loves you in the city of Philadelphia is because you punch people in the face. Now you're too old to punch people in the face well. Really gets the old noggin turning. Attackers, please. Oh, baby. I see it. I see it. That is a pretty great send, I think. Now just build your 2-tile wide there. Oh, baby. I don't know. It's still early. You never know if that's going to send people, because it's the very start of the game. It's not that hard to get yourself out of that mess. This is my bad. Now, okay, you slowed yourself down a little bit here. But you know, Rocky, in case you haven't seen the movie, and I'm not being facetious, I recommend it. I think Rocky Balboa is actually, it's the better of the two types of Rocky films. One type of Rocky film is, ooh, American man, punch, other man, and end Cold War. Now, I'm not trying to insult Rocky IV specifically, which is, if you're gonna go comical, Rocky IV does comical in exactly the right fashion. But this is as ridiculous as it sounds, it's a more cerebral movie about punching people in the face. Anyway, Rocky's trainer goes, "You got calcium deposits all over your joints. What we need is some herding power." That's like not my body, because I'm still young relative to Sylvester Stallone, I should say. And I guess always will be, now that I think about it. Hopefully. Well, wait, I'm trying to make sure hopefully means that it sounds like me wanting to live a long life, not that I want some horrible fate to befall Sylvester Stallone. Anyway, that's my cerebral cortex right now. Yes, I know I placed the piece wrong. I don't know about the building there, but here you are. What have you done? What are you doing, and what have you done? What are you doing? And beyond what you're presently doing, what on earth have you done? Yeah. No. Yes, Brain, what are you doing? There's some great stuff happening there. I'm really proud of you. I didn't even see it, but my brain said, "Don't worry, bro. I got it." Thanks, Brain. There's some good work there. Some bizarrely good work that I did not foresee happening. Anyway, what the heck was I talking about? I'm just saying, you know, when you get up to my age, 400 years old, the neuroplasticity isn't what it once was, you know? Zoomers, you'll understand one day. For now, you can't understand. Back when I was, you know, 14, 15 years old, in school, they'd be like, day 1, bonjour. Day 2, au revoir. You show up to class on day 3, and you're like, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? And then the teacher is like, excuse me, that's inappropriate. And you go, how could it be inappropriate if 4 multi-platinum female recording legends said those exact phrases? I ask you. You gotta do this. This is gonna serve you very well. And serve us very well. It has. I would prefer, it's a little cheeky, but it worked. I should not have done that, but that's okay. We got ourselves out of it. This is a non-issue right now. That was poor. That was a poor decision. And we're gonna kind of have to build on top of the garbage hole to get ourselves out. That's okay. Still need one long piece, please. So slow. I'm sorry, but like, you know, you come by it honestly. It's not. I'm not trying to be a slowpoke right now. What are you doing? I hit the wrong button on that one, but you know what? It's okay. Where are we at? 3 KOs, 50% up. If you're ever going to have a little brain acceleration, now is the time. Go on attackers and go on the offensive. This is your potential moment. Usually, at this stage of the game, you don't need that much. Little push is enough to get people either on your case or off your case. Really depends on what your goal is. Debatable move. Or was it? Because that feels pretty freaking sweet. It locked in. That one didn't. I think you send it. Very important to get that cleared up. Thank you. Get off attackers for a second here. Oh, by the way, radio silence. That's a technique I've not heard for a long time. I'm gearing up for a big send. Why are you on randoms instead of KOs? That's the great embarrassment there. Decent. In the top 10, or the top few, I should say, in this case, you sometimes need an extremely great send to actually get people out of the game. That's what we're waiting on right here. Not intentional. Gotta be on attackers. I can't see. Is anybody close? Probably not as close as I am right now. Sensible. 2 left. It's me and him. Yeah, that's an issue. Get over, please. Thank you. Probably shouldn't have covered that, but thank you. Please forgive me. I got a little nervous. It was a good performance. Where? Oh, he was at the bottom with a beautiful well. Go to Invictus, you coward. Ella, I'm calling you out. That was my win. Why don't I go to Invictus? Well, I need 12 more wins. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Thanks for the enduring support. If you enjoyed Tetris, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Lets me know you want to see the series keep going. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.